Did you know that over 70% of employees feel stuck in their careers and wonder why they're not getting promoted? You're not alone. The truth is, most people make common mistakes that prevent them from advancing, mistakes that are easy to fix once you know what they are. Here's the kicker: 85% of job promotions happen because of relationships, not just performance. That's right, who you know can matter as much as what you do. So, why aren't you getting promoted? You might be doing everything right, but there are key areas that could be holding you back without you even realizing it. In this video, we'll dive into the 6 reasons why you're not getting promoted, and, more importantly, what you can do about it right now. Get ready to uncover surprising facts, avoid career traps, and learn simple strategies to stand out. Whether it's building your visibility or learning how to network effectively, we've got actionable steps that can change your career path for the better. Stick around, and let's unlock the secret to getting that promotion you've been waiting for. Chapter 1: The Silent Career Killer. Overlooking your visibility. You might be working hard, but if no one notices, your efforts won't take you far. In a recent study by Gallup, it was found that employees who are actively engaged in their work are 59% more likely to get promoted. But here's the catch: engagement doesn't just mean working harder, it means working smarter and ensuring you're visible. It's easy to assume that simply doing your job well is enough, but without visibility, you're invisible in the eyes of decision makers. A common mistake people make is keeping their head down, hoping that their work will speak for itself. But in reality, it's your ability to communicate your success that matters most. As management expert, John C. Maxwell, puts it, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. This applies to your work too. If no one knows what you're achieving, it can be as though you're not doing anything at all. So, what should you do to improve your visibility? Start by looking for opportunities to share your achievements. For instance, after completing a big project, don't wait for someone to notice, highlight the success in your next meeting or email updates. But don't overdo it, it's important to strike a balance. People notice when you contribute ideas, solve problems, and speak up. Regularly contribute in meetings or group discussions. This positions you as someone who adds value, not just someone who completes tasks. It's also crucial to build relationships with key decision makers. This doesn't mean constantly dropping hints about your goals, but genuinely engaging with them. A study by Harvard Business Review found that 60% of promotions happen because someone in management knows the person well. Networking isn't just for job hunting, it's for career climbing. Having visibility within your team and across departments makes it much easier to get noticed when opportunities arise. Another strategy is to actively seek out visibility in high-stakes projects. These are often the ones that matter most to senior leaders. Say yes to challenging assignments or volunteer to lead a team. Being involved in these projects will increase your chances of showcasing your capabilities. In fact, according to a McKinsey report, employees who lead cross-functional teams are more likely to be promoted within 3 years. Lastly, be consistent in your approach. Building visibility takes time, and it's something that should be nurtured. Consistently showing up, contributing ideas, and offering help will reinforce your position as someone who adds significant value to the organization. Chapter 2: The Promotion Myth. It's not about just working hard. We've all heard it, work hard, and you'll get promoted. But, in reality, this myth doesn't hold up. Research from the Harvard Business Review shows that only about 20% of promotions are based on pure performance. The rest depend on visibility, relationships, and strategic thinking. It's a tough pill to swallow, but working hard without working smart will likely leave you stuck in place. Take the example of Susan, a senior developer at a tech company. She worked long hours, often staying late to perfect her code. But despite her exceptional technical skills, she struggled to climb the corporate ladder. The issue wasn't that she wasn't good at her job, it was that she didn't focus on other areas. Susan wasn't visible in meetings, and she didn't take the time to network with other teams. When promotion opportunities came up, she was passed over in favor of colleagues who had worked on building relationships and communicating their success. So, what can you do to move beyond the work hard myth? First, recognize that performance alone won't get you to the top. It's about strategic work, contributing to the business's bigger goals. Understand the company's objectives, and focus your energy on projects that directly align with those goals. For example, if the company is pushing for innovation, suggest new ways to improve processes or offer innovative solutions to existing challenges. Next, start positioning yourself as a leader in the making. This doesn't mean managing people immediately, but it does mean taking ownership of initiatives, showing proactive problem-solving skills, and being a go-to resource for your team. As leadership expert Simon Sinek says, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. The same applies to your career. Take charge of your own development, and you'll inspire others to take notice. Another key element is to learn how to make your accomplishments stand out. Instead of simply performing tasks, think about how you can elevate the impact of what you're doing. Instead of just solving problems, aim to anticipate and prevent them. Find ways to document your impact, whether it's through regular performance updates or sharing quantifiable results. Showing how your work directly contributes to the company's success will make you much more promotable. Also, remember that leadership qualities go beyond technical skills. Emotional intelligence, EQ, plays a huge role in promotions. A report from TalentSmart suggests that 90% of top performers have high emotional intelligence. Being able to connect with others, understand their needs, and communicate effectively are traits that will set you apart from your colleagues. Chapter 3, The Networking Gap, Who You Know versus What You Know. We've all heard the saying, it's not what you know, but who you know. While it may sound cliché, there's truth in it. A study by LinkedIn found that 85% of jobs are filled through networking. When it comes to promotions, the same applies. Those who are well connected within their organization are more likely to get noticed when a promotion opportunity comes up. But don't mistake networking for shallow self-promotion. It's about genuine relationship building. Building a strong network at work is one of the most effective ways to accelerate your career. However, many professionals focus on just their immediate team or department. The key to effective networking is to expand beyond your comfort zone. Introduce yourself to colleagues from other departments, participate in company-wide events, and engage in cross-functional projects. This will give you access to new perspectives, potential mentors, and visibility in front of decision makers across the company. One way to build these relationships is by offering help. Instead of waiting for someone to notice your work, become known as someone who helps others. This can be anything from assisting with a project outside your usual scope to offering a quick solution to a colleague's challenge. It's all about showing your value in multiple areas of the organization. This strategy can create allies in unexpected places and give you a broader base of support when promotions are discussed. Another important aspect of networking is mentorship. Having a mentor who can guide your career, provide feedback, and advocate for you is invaluable. According to a study by the American Society for Training and Development, 75% of executives point to mentoring as a critical factor in their career success. A mentor can help you navigate the political landscape of your organization, identify areas for improvement, and make sure you're on the right path toward promotion. It's not just about who you know, it's about how well you know them. Take the time to build genuine, meaningful relationships, and you'll create a network that's not just large, but effective. Networking isn't about asking for favors right away, it's about building long-term trust. This kind of network will be there when you need it most, especially when promotion opportunities arise. Lastly, remember that the best networkers are those who are also willing to help others. When you position yourself as a valuable resource to your peers and managers, they are more likely to remember you when advancement opportunities appear. It's a cycle of reciprocity. Help others, and they'll be more inclined to support you. Subscribe now to get more career tips and strategies to help you get promoted faster. If you're serious about advancing your career, you won't want to miss the next step in this journey. Chapter 4, The Imposter Syndrome Trap. Are you sabotaging yourself? If you've ever felt like a fraud at work, you're not alone. A study by the International Journal of Behavioral Science found that 70% of people experience imposter syndrome at some point in their careers. It's that nagging feeling that you don't deserve your success, even when others are clearly impressed by your work. This self-doubt can actually sabotage your career by preventing you from speaking up, asking for promotions, or even taking on new challenges. One of the biggest dangers of imposter syndrome is that it often leads to inaction. People with imposter syndrome tend to over-prepare for tasks, avoid seeking new opportunities, or underestimate their abilities. But the truth is, the longer you let this self-doubt take control, the less likely you are to ask for what you truly deserve, a promotion. So, how can you overcome imposter syndrome? Start by reframing your thinking. Remind yourself that you were hired for a reason. You have skills, experience, and knowledge that got you to where you are. A great quote from the book Presence by Amy Cuddy states, "You're not a fraud, you're just facing a challenge." Recognizing that challenges are normal and part of growth can help you see yourself as capable and ready for the next step. Another powerful strategy is to track your successes. Keep a record of your accomplishments, whether big or small. When you're feeling unsure of yourself, go back and look at your list. This will remind you of all the times you've succeeded and prove to yourself that you deserve your position in the next promotion. Also, consider talking to a mentor or trusted colleague about your feelings. Chances are, they've experienced the same thing. Talking about imposter syndrome openly can help you realize that it's just a normal part of professional growth. In fact, studies show that people who talk openly about their feelings of imposter syndrome are more likely to overcome it because they realize they aren't alone. Lastly, stop comparing yourself to others. It's easy to look around and think everyone else has it all figured out, but most of the time, that's not the case. Focus on your own growth and progress. Remember, you are the best version of yourself, nobody else has your unique skills and perspective. Chapter 5, The Feedback Blind Spot. Not listening is holding you back. Feedback is one of the most powerful tools for career growth, yet many people avoid it. A survey by Zinger/Folkman revealed that people who actively seek and act on feedback are 33% more likely to get promoted than those who don't. Yet, despite this, 43% of employees report that they rarely receive feedback on their performance. This feedback gap can be a career killer, as it leaves you blind to areas where you need improvement. The problem isn't that feedback doesn't exist, it's that many people don't know how to ask for it. If you're not actively seeking feedback from your manager, peers, and even subordinates, you're missing out on valuable insights. A great strategy is to schedule regular feedback sessions, either quarterly or after major projects. This gives you a chance to ask about areas where you can improve, as well as to highlight what you're doing well. Another way to leverage feedback is to approach it with a growth mindset. Instead of viewing feedback as criticism, see it as an opportunity for development. According to Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset, individuals who embrace feedback see challenges as opportunities to grow, leading to better performance and greater career success. So, the next time you receive constructive criticism, view it as a stepping stone to reaching your promotion goals. Don't just focus on what needs improvement, also ask for recognition. Positive feedback is just as important as the constructive kind. Recognizing your strengths and building on them can help you stand out when promotion time comes. Keep track of positive feedback in a success journal, so you can refer to it whenever you need a confidence boost. Another strategy is to ask for feedback on your leadership potential. This is especially important if you're aiming for a managerial position. Ask your boss or mentor about the qualities they see in successful leaders and work to develop those traits. Research by Gallup shows that employees who show leadership potential are twice as likely to be promoted than those who don't demonstrate these skills. Finally, don't wait for formal reviews to get feedback. Create a culture of continuous improvement by asking for feedback after every project or significant task. This shows that you're committed to improving, which is a key characteristic of an employee ready for promotion. Chapter 6, The Promotion Accelerator. Developing a career brand in today's competitive job market. Your career brand is just as important as your skills. A career brand is the unique combination of your reputation, strengths, values, and expertise that sets you apart from others. It's how people perceive you in the workplace. In fact, according to a study by Career Builder, 70% of hiring managers say they make their decisions based on an applicant's personal brand, not just their resume. To build a strong career brand, start by defining what makes you unique. What do you bring to the table that no one else does? Think about your strengths, your values, and the impact you've had on the company. For example, if you're the person who always comes up with creative solutions to problems, that's part of your brand. If you're known for being dependable and meeting deadlines, that's another piece of your brand. A strong personal brand will make you the go-to person when it comes to new opportunities. A key component of building your career brand is consistency. Make sure that your actions, words, and online presence all align with the brand you want to project. This includes how you communicate in meetings, how you present yourself in emails, and even how you interact on social media. According to personal branding expert William Arruda, your personal brand is what people say about you when you leave the room. Make sure that what they say is positive, consistent, and aligned with your goals. Another important aspect of building your career brand is showing leadership. Even if you're not in a leadership role yet, you can still demonstrate leadership qualities. Take initiative, be proactive, and help others. When you show leadership potential, it becomes clear that you're ready for more responsibility. Research by Korn Ferry found that employees who demonstrate leadership skills are 3.5 times more likely to be promoted. You can also build your career brand by seeking out mentorship and learning from others. Find individuals whose career paths you admire and ask for advice. Building relationships with mentors can elevate your brand by adding credibility and guidance. Successful people often attribute their career growth to having strong mentors who help them navigate the professional landscape. Lastly, leverage your accomplishments to promote your career brand. Whenever you achieve something significant, share it with your colleagues or manager. Whether it's through a team meeting, a company newsletter, or a personal email, make sure your contributions are known. This helps solidify your brand as someone who adds value and is ready for more responsibility. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest career tips. With these simple but powerful strategies, you can change the trajectory of your career and finally get that promotion you've been working for.